Hey guys, we realize it's really loud in here. Fans going because we're going to start painting. We're going to get ready here. So we are going to prep these doors. They're sanded down. They've been washed once already with water, dry. We are going to wash them with water again, and then we are going to wipe them with a pre-paint prep. Wax and grease remover. Make sure everything's dry. We're going to mix our sealer. We're going to spray sealer. Once the sealer is on, we're going to let that sit. We're going to spray our paint, our base. Once our base is set, we're going to put at least 2 coats on, see what we need. And then of course clear. So it's going to be a process. And hopefully you guys learned something. We'll show you some of the stuff along the way. And hope you enjoy. From CNC Resto Factory, please
like, share, comment, and subscribe.
Here we go.
Now we're gonna get to cleaning.
In here we've got water. We're going to spray this down and give it a wipe. This is a lint-free wipe. This is what you want to use so we don't leave any lint behind from like your shop towels that you buy at Costco or Princess Auto or Harbor Freight or wherever it is you are. So here we go. We're going to give this our wipe, and then we're going to do all the parts in water. And we're going to, like I said, do everything with a wax and grease remover. One thing I'd like to show you guys that I did do that I didn't show was sealer tape that we put on here. So it's not a direct to metal seam sealer, so you have to have it either primed or sealed. This tape just sticks on there for your seams instead of the goofy seam sealer that they have. This stuff I wasn't sure about, but it seems to work pretty good so far. We do have to paint over it, that's what they say, so we're going to seal it and paint over it, so that's how that stuff works. And on that, I did the doors as well. So we've got this wiped down, some water. We're going to go ahead and do the doors now.
Be sure to go through. These are those shop towels that you do not want to use. They are the lint ones. They're the ones you get at Costco or Princess Auto or just about anywhere, I guess. Just make sure that you go through, clean all your doors, all your parts with water. Make sure they're dry. Once they're done, go through with a good wax and grease remover and continue. We're not going to make you watch me wash all these doors down, so we'll speed this up, and movie magic will get us to the next scene here.
So while we're at this, we're going to go ahead and use the wax and grease remover on here.
One thing to note with the wax and grease remover when you're putting it on, when possible, try to just wipe in one direction instead of kind of doing almost what I'm doing right there. But you want to try to wipe in one direction to keep the contaminants coming off of the material or substrate, and make sure that you're always using a clean area of the rag.
We'll come back once these are all wiped down. So 4-1. So this is our sealer, and it requires, where did I see that? Right here. 4-1. 4 parts of sealer to 1 part of the catalyst. Activator, I guess it's called. So we go to our 4-1 mix ratio here. So here's our 4, and then 1, or 5, and then 1. So we're going to probably go 5 and 1. So if you see on the bottom of it, you got to get this all mixed in. So we'll mix this up and then we'll get right back to you once it's all mixed up. So we're at 6 on the 4-1. So now we're going to add our 1 part of activator, MA200. We'll just double check here. MA200, 4-1. There we go. This mixed up. We're going to mix another 4-1 here so we don't have to come back out.
Here we're tacking down the project one last time before we start spraying. You want to continue to keep doing that until you start spraying. You want to make sure that you get anything and everything that you can off of that project. And even at that, you're still going to have stuff in there. Here we're getting ready to spray the door. Cole is pushing on the door just the way they hang, so that I can get at the bottom. So I'm spraying. I'm probably about 5 inches away from the project. That's about what you want to be, 5 to 8 inches, depending on how fast you're moving and how you have your gun set up. For me, I'm going at a 50% overlap roughly, and like I said, I think I'm around 5 inches away. And you want to watch your edges and how that spray is going on. You can see it where it's going on, and you want to watch that edge as we go on here. Like I said, I'm not perfect by any means, and kind of where I am right now, I end up with a sag in there, just sprayed too heavy or kept going over it too much, whatever the case may be. And I'll show you guys that sag, and we'll show you how to fix it as well. Here you'll be able to see a little better on that 50% overlap and the distance of the gun, and how I try to stay consistent with my speed throughout the panel. So there you, like you see there, the way this stuff goes on, this is a sealer, so it's a one coat thing. I don't think you really need it put on too thick. It's just, like I said, a sealer. So you're gonna let that sit on there, flash off, and whatever the data sheet says, that's how long you're gonna let that flash, and make sure that when you come back that is dull, it's not a nice sheen or shine, so that you make sure that all those chemicals have off-gassed, or to the according to the data sheets. And then yeah, you just continue on and keep going. I'm not that tall, so look at that. Anyway, that's basically the long and the short of it. You just, consistency, I think, is the best.
So on here for the base coat, we have a mixing ratio of 1:1. So that's what we're gonna mix our paint at. What's that called?
What is this?
This thing is a paint lid.
Huh?
It's a lid. So it mixes too. You spin this and it mixes.
Can I spin it?
Yeah.
Do I need gloves to spin it?
Nope. Mixing up the paint. All right, buddy. So 1:1. So we are here.
This is MBR 200, which is spec for my base coat. It's a medium flash reducer, because you want to pick that regarding your temperature that you're spraying at. You don't want it to flash too fast or too slow. Here you're going to see the wet edge as I'm cruising along. That's the marker that you're going to want to watch. You got your fan, and as you can see, you're trying to keep that 50% overlap. You want to stay that 5-6 inches away. You want to be consistent with your rate of speed, especially with a metallic like this that we're spraying. If you're going too fast, and then next pass you're going a little slower, or quicker, or further away, or closer, your metallics may end up looking very different when you're out in the sun and finished your project. So the more consistent you can stay, the more consistent that look will be in the end. getting ready there. You can see the clear coat in the gun. The difference between the base and the clear coat, for the clear you want to increase your pressure and narrow your fan just a bit. Otherwise everything is pretty much the same. You just want to spray your clear at a little higher pressure. I think I was at around 32 or